Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Speak On It News and Politics. This is our second one of the day. We just couldn't rest without speaking on this topic, and we're just going to hop right into it. Sham, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing excellent. I'm a little disturbed after this research that we've been doing for the last few minutes here, but I'm doing excellent. Looking forward to putting this thing on blast here, man.
So if you don't know, if you haven't been paying attention over the last few days, a well-known high fashion brand by the name of Balenciaga has come under some scrutiny, well-deserved scrutiny, I might add, over some recent advertisements in which depict children in compromising positions, wearing compromising things that just, if you're a parent or you just, a person of somewhat character, you will find disturbing. And you know what? I don't want to get into it too deep. We're going to save that for after, Sham. So let's go ahead and roll the CNN video first.
Let's go.
Now with our GMA cover story, and the popular luxury brand Balenciaga is under fire for its recent ad campaign with children. Janae Norman has those details for us. Good morning, Janae.
Good morning and happy birthday, Robin.
Thank you.
So Balenciaga is known for its edgy designs, the brand often pushing the envelope, but critics are accusing the brand now of crossing the line in this latest campaign.
This morning, fashion house Balenciaga, a favorite of stars like Kim Kardashian and celebrated in songs by Lizzo and Cardi B,
I like those Balenciagas.
facing backlash, accused of sexualizing children in a controversial new ad campaign. The luxury brand now apologizing for these photos showing little girls in Balenciaga sweatsuits with plush bears and what appeared to be BDSM-inspired harnesses, and these uncovered documents on the desk showing an excerpt from the 2008 U.S. Supreme Court opinion, U.S. v. Williams, which upheld the criminalization of pandering of child pornography. We sincerely apologize for any offense our holiday campaign may have caused. Our plush bear bags should not have been featured with children in this campaign, adding that the documents in the Adidas partnership, including a featured page from a child pornography lawsuit, was unapproved.
People with responsibility should be eyeing these campaigns. Clearly, whoever was in charge at Balenciaga failed at this.
Critics sounding off on social media, one writing, "I understand that a lot of Balenciaga's marketing is the shock factor of it all, but this is just disgusting." The luxury label, aligned with many big names, including Bella Hadid and Nicole Kidman, who are a part of the brand's Spring 2023 line, has since removed those controversial images from its site.
Everything about the picture will attract a child to it. There's a toy, there's another child, which is why I really think this can be so, damaging.
And Balenciaga also says of those documents shown with the bag from their Adidas partnerships that they're taking legal action against parties responsible for the set. And it's worth mentioning that both of those companies, Balenciaga and Adidas, were just in headlines cutting ties with Ye over his controversial remarks. Guys.
All right. Thank you so much.
If you have an opinion, even if you speak up, there's so many people that they're working a regular job and they know if they say anything to their manager, then they'll lose their position, they'll lose their job.
Right.
They tried to destroy me in press. They tried to destroy all of my businesses at the same time, and the world saw it, and no one's saying anything. As far as none of the celebrities, so this just shows you all celebrities are controlled. You don't see no celebrities talking about the Balenciaga situation, right? So that just shows you all of these celebrities out here. Don't let them influence you in any way, because they're controlled by the people who really influence the world. There's no such thing as a celebrity influencer. That all these people, they're not serving God. If they serve God, then believe what they're talking about.
So We got a little bit more to get into. Viewer discretion. We do have some additional images that we will be displaying a little bit later, and some content that we'll be adding from Balenciaga. It's quote unquote shock value art, which to me is just disturbing and disgusting. What are your thoughts on the advertisement and how it quote unquote fell through the cracks of a major fashion house?
Well, I think these images, I agree with you, first of all, that these images are very disturbing. And I think that I find it very interesting that these images, as soon as all this stuff came out, Balenciaga went and deleted all of its images off of social media. And apparently through the research that we've been doing, we've discovered that Balenciaga has been putting images and that sort of thing in their advertisements for a long time. They've been working with artists, photographers who are known for, these disgusting images that they have, and we have some names here, and I'm just going to throw out a lot of Volkova, who came out with a statement because there was a lot of backlash for a lot of Volkova specifically. There were extremely disturbing images on a lot of Volkova's Instagram page. And since then, of course, all the stuff has been deleted. So again, as we said, viewer discretion is advised, but I just want to show some of these images. And I just find it interesting that Balenciaga is, is choosing to work with these types of people. So I'm just going to show a couple of these images really quick, just to show you the kind of people that they work with. Now, again, this person is said to not worked with Balenciaga since 2017, but this just goes to show you how long ago they were into these types of people and this type of imagery. So, again, viewer discretion is advised. Check out this first one here. Here, let me double check because I don't know if that's her. But it kind of looks like her. But obviously she has on red with the red wig, the red lipstick, and then you got the babies that are covered in red looking like they're blood soaked. You see her hands look blood soaked. So this is about, as far as I can see, killing babies. No, I don't know what other way to interpret that. And then you have another image of a child duct taped, bound and gagged, with duct tape to a chair. Just really disturbing images. I mean, I wouldn't want this on my Instagram, Mm-hmm. I mean, this says something about who you are as a person. Again, just sick stuff, man. Like, look at this. Mm-hmm. It's got a little baby. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, this isn't art, man. I'm sorry. I understand as some artists, and I can say we're artists in our own way. I know you're a singer, a creator. I create with my hands as far as in the kitchen, cooking and art, culinary and stuff, of that nature. So those images aren't art to me. I can't accept that as being something that is thought provoking in any way. The only thing I take away from that is you're looking to take away the innocence of a child in some form or fashion. And you're using your creative opportunities as photographers, as fashion designers to push a button that should never be pushed. It's like you have the nuclear football and you just want to push that every time. To get people, talking. And I understand that, but there's other ways, especially if you're an established brand. And Balenciaga is a high fashion brand, specifically in the Black culture. as they reference in the GMA video, that it's in the music. It's displayed everywhere. Everyone remembers Kim Kardashian, and who's the creative director of Dimna, of Balenciaga, going to the Met Gala dressed in all black. The creative designer also put on the Kanye West Donda performance in Atlanta at the Mercedes Superdome there. So there's different ways to be controversial and creative, but for them to allow this to kind of go on and create a culture where this is accepted is unacceptable.
And again, it's been going on for a long time. This is a hot topic because Balenciaga and Adidas dropped Kanye West recently, so it's been in the news. But funny enough, Balenciaga and Adidas did an advertisement together, and people thought that this ad was tied to these images with these children. And let me just show you these images here. But people thought that this third image that came out was associated with this particular shoot, but it wasn't. Right. So you got this image here, and I was checking Twitter, looking at these images, and I saw people who seemed to legitimately be asking, like, hey, I don't see what's wrong with these pictures. What's wrong with these pictures? But this is what happens when you normalize this type of stuff. People don't even see that there is something wrong with this. So you got children, with these teddy bears, and I guess these are bags that are for sale, but these teddy bears obviously have BDSM, and you can't really see it, but there are wine glasses on the tables. It's like, this is a very adult scene to have children. And then the disturbing image with the little girl laying on her stomach, just disturbing stuff. And then just kind of this last image here that I know you wanted to kind of go over here, so I'll let you cover this one.
Yeah, definitely. Before we get into this image, I do want to say that it's not a coincidence that they had the images of the Supreme Court ruling against child pedophilia on the table of their shoot. That's not random. Things are placed in photo shoots for a reason. So as we go back to the image, and what we have circled there is a reference to a book, an art book, by a Belgian artist. Honestly, I don't even want to give his name because the images were so disturbing. But it's a Belgian artist. If you want to zoom in or Google this, you can on your own time. I unfortunately did a little bit more research and actually saw the images. And it's the images of babies, toddlers, covered in blood, castrated. It's not art. I'm sorry. It's not art.
And the artist's name is circled in red there.
Yeah. So, that's the book that they're referencing in this advertisement. These subliminal messaging, that they're displaying, they're putting it out there for everyone to see. And they want to normalize this kind of behavior. They want to think that this sadistic advertising is should be acceptable. So it's time we take that step, and if it's up, then it's up, right? How about we cancel Balenciaga?
Absolutely. And just to kind of finish the thought here, because I started on this thought but didn't really complete it. So this is honestly just a really bad image. But if you just Google it, you'll be able to find the image. But what you actually see here is a Supreme Court ruling where it was the United States versus Williams is the court case. And it went all the way up to the Supreme Court, where Williams was arguing that criminalizing, advertising, promoting, presenting, or distributing child pornography was a law that would curtail the First Amendment. So they argue that they wanted to be able to watch child pornography and not be bothered about it. And Balenciaga has this hiding in their advertisement. So let's just kind of put these pieces together, because you have this latest advertisement with these kids. You have Balenciaga working with artists who enjoy this type of sick imagery, like a lot of Volkova and whatever this other guy's name is that you mentioned.
I don't want to. A Belgian artist is all I'm saying.
You got this Belgian artist,
recognition.
right? You got this Belgian artist with who does these crazy images. You have this child pornography Supreme Court ruling hiding in the back of their images. Balenciaga has been on this freaky deakiness for a long time, and it's just now coming to light. And the last thing that we kind of want to touch on is, and this wasn't even something that we kind of talked about prior to, but we want to touch on Kim Kardashian's tweets in regard to this, because obviously Kim Kardashian is one of the biggest stars in the world, and she's very much, she works very closely with Balenciaga, and this happened, and about 5 or 6 days went by before she came out and said anything. So we would just want to go over her tweets, because it's not laughable, but I mean, it's kind of disgusting. So she said, in the past, I've been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened. Now, I follow Candace Owens on YouTube. Candace Owens made an excellent point. She said, you are Kim and Kardashian. You don't have to wait. It's not like you have to send an email to info@Balenciaga. You can call the CEO of Balenciaga and get an answer, right? So the fact that you let 6 days go by says a lot about where her head is at, right? And then she says, as a mother of 4, okay, now she wants to play on your sensibilities. As a mother of 4, I've been shaken by these disturbing images. The safety of children must be held at the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child abuse of any kind should have no place in our society, period. I appreciate Balenciaga's removal of the campaigns and apology. In speaking with them, I believe they understand the seriousness of the issue and will take necessary measures for this to never happen again. As for my future with Balenciaga, I am currently reevaluating my relationship with the brand, basing it off their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with, and the actions I am expecting to see them take to protect children. Terrence, what say you about Kim K. Kardashian West?
I just want to refer back to the Kanye
Davidson
and being controlled. Hey, she's definitely being controlled. We know that she doesn't have a voice of her own. I think that's why we played Kanye's response before hers, is because he referenced that. He's in those inner circles, and he brings truth to light. And I'm a father of 3. I have a 9, 6, and a 9-month-year-old. And I wish somebody would. I wish somebody would. I promise you, this would be the last time y'all see me on this, because I have no problem going to jail for the rest of my life in defense of my children, in defense of their innocence. You know what? Scratch that. In defense of a child, period, man. If you put me in the same room with some of these cats, it's not going to be a good look for them. I can't guarantee they walking out, because this kind of stuff is unacceptable, man. I don't care what anyone says to try to justify it, to try to say it's art, man. I owe you a slap if you come at me, with, this is art, this creative. Nah, this ain't, man. This is child exploitation. This is demonic. I don't care if you're religious or not. This is demonic in more than one ways. And I don't condone it. I don't want to hurt nobody, but don't come to me, because it's unacceptable. And that's my anger speaking tonight, y'all. We probably should have did this yesterday or today or tomorrow.
A little earlier.
After I got on after seeing some of these images, y'all. I promise you, there's an image that's out there that really just got me feeling some type of way. So you're a little bit more controlled and unemotional than me today, Sham. So I'll let you go ahead. Give your thoughts on Miss Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson, where the hell did he come from? Miss Davidson West. What's the couple basketball players she had in there? Okay, we're just being rude now. But you know what though, man? Kim Kardashian. I mean, like, how rich? Mm-hmm. How rich does one need to get? Mm-hmm. At what point do you stand up? And then this is another thing that I wanted to say, and then we can wrap it up. Mm-hmm. Kanye West is an enigma wrapped inside of a mystery. With a hard shell around it. He gets so many things wrong. Mm-hmm. But the things that he's right about, he's profoundly right. And it's really difficult for me. I'm on the fence about Kanye West so much. Like, I love me some Kanye West, man. That's my dude. But I'm on the fence about him because, we want to assign the genius label to him when he gets stuff right, and I know I do this personally. When he gets stuff wrong, I'm a little more, forgiving, so to speak. And, Kanye was working with Balenciaga for a long time, and now he's the same person who's running around talking about, don't let these celebrities influence you. Like, what do you think you are? Sir, you're a celebrity trying to influence the whole world. And this is a different topic for a different video. But this man had a meeting with Donald Trump and Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is an interesting character, man. But he had a meeting with Donald Trump to ask Donald Trump to be his running mate. Kanye West, man. Oh my God,
that's genius right there. That's genius, though.
I mean, if Donald Trump said, yeah, but you know what Donald Trump said? He said your ex-wife is a disgusting person. That's what he said. So it's just funny, man. Like, this dude, and Kanye West is rolling around with some weird people, man. Mm-hmm. I'll just say it like that. He's rolling around with some questionable characters, and
hey, but he still gets love from more people though. So regardless of the question marks around it. Look, we can't. I wouldn't call him a genius. I would call him a creative genius. In that lane, he can be considered a genius, man. Right. But outside of that realm, just keep coming out with this information, and I get where you're at, and on the fence with him, but for me, tough. It's like it's how much can you deal with, because he was in those inner circles. He tried to navigate, those quote unquote Illuminatis, those secret societies, those boardrooms.
They didn't want him in there.
They didn't want him in no more. He didn't want to be in there no more.
You know what? And then that's the part that I'm just unsure about whether it was genius or not. Because did he put himself in a position where he had enough money to completely buck the system and then not go completely broke? Because imagine if he had 700. If he had 700 million, he'd be dead broke right now. He had enough money to burn the whole house down and still have a nice insurance payout in the end, right? To kind of start over. So he still is worth $400-500 million. That's enough money to keep talking your talk, right? Now Kanye West, is, and we getting kind of off topic, man. But whatever, man. This is our show. We can
that's-
do what we
yeah.
want. Kanye West, man. He has these political leanings, which is fine by me. I just don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is that he's trying to accomplish. I thought I did, but now I'm not so sure. When you're running around with somebody who refers to the black vote as the N vote with the hard R, right? So who's a proud anti-Semite, and these are the people that Kanye West is running around with. So one I read a quote. I don't remember who said it, but I read a quote. It said, if you can't figure out the character of a person, look at the people who he hangs around. Look at the company that he keeps.
But I guess, is he really, in the company of those people, or is he just taking a meeting? Because everyone wants to be in the room. Sometimes just getting in the room is all you need to, for other doors to open for you.
Well, I mean, if you catching flights and being seen walking through the airport, are you keeping company? Like, if you know what I'm saying? Like, because they didn't just meet at Mar-a-Lago, they flew to Florida together, right? And walked through the airport together. So he is keeping company with the likes of Nick Fuentes. And then, like, man, just some of the imagery that I've been seeing. I like, the what we showed with him talking today, it was cool. He was coherent. I understand what he was saying, but tomorrow he might say something crazy, man, and I don't dismiss Kanye as crazy, but I don't agree with a lot of stuff that he says, but a lot of stuff he's been saying lately, I do agree with. So now I'm on the fence.
Now, keep in mind, there was a lot of people that took flights together to a little island that Jeffrey Epstein had that are in power. So, kind of keep that in mind. Business deals happen everywhere, I guess. So,
yeah, man, they do. They happen on those islands.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel.
Absolutely.
Give us a thumbs up. Leave your comments. If you have some information about Balenciaga that we might have missed, if you have some comments about anything that you've seen in these videos or these images, let us know how you feel. We would love to hear from you.
Definitely.
Hey, man. That's it.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah.
All right. That's news and politics, y'all. We out of here.
Take care.
Peace.